Good evening, everybody. So, the last 2 weeks, or really the last couple of days in general, one of the biggest dramas have been going on, and really more or less the biggest situation in this whole commentary community, piece of shit people, has been Moich Critical and Sneeko. And I think I've said it before, I don't like either. I've just never Moich Critical, just never been a fan of him, and I could care little for Sneeko. And watching their debate was just a shit show. Now there was more to their debate after that people don't really talk about, but the biggest highlight was the age of consent and everything, and about like transitioning. I know in America we have a thing for that, but this isn't really about that. Maybe one day I'll do a response or some type of opinion take on it. But my point is, it's more about the video that Charlie put up about him kind of responds to his situation, and you can tell that he is just seeing. He's just hoping, through and through. I think if you're his fan or just somebody that might really like him, you're probably gonna feel sympathy. But this man is kind of wealthy. This man never really had any real pushback, right? Most of his controversies are like minuscule and not even that much. Other people make fun of it. He made fun of it, so it doesn't really matter. And obviously, I know he covered drama and all that, but like plain comes down to, you don't have to cover this stuff. You don't really. You don't need to do any of this stuff. You can do whatever you want on your YouTube channel, but it's like he was just complaining and coping and just trying to fit like a child because things were not going his way and people were taking Sneako's side of the truth. And people who did like him kind of were just like put off by his opinion unless you were his diehard fan or just part of his, cabal or his, clique. And you know what I'm referring to, these group of commentators who are all kind of friends in real life. I mean, not real life, but they're all friends. They work with each other, they collab with each other, and they're all kind of like connected. And of all the opinions Charlie can hold, obviously there's people one that he would take. And as many people say, he's somebody who take the most safe fan centrist position. And he acknowledged that. He even said that, again he said, he acknowledged that, fan sitting centrist. But he says I'm just a regular guy, average guy, and I'm like, no, you're not, Charlie. You're a guy with not a million, but a couple thousand subscribers. You have an audience. You have people that listen to you. You have people who admire you. You may not think you're that, but you are, and you don't realize people take your opinion as gospel sometimes. And I feel like that's just an annoyance. Like he doesn't acknowledge that or recognize that. Like you can try to be humble all you want, but in the end of the day, that's not gonna help your situation. You can tell that's everybody all you want, but people are gonna point out that you have an audience. And I'm pretty sure he has acknowledged that number of times that he's an influencer begrudgingly. And you know and they're just complaining about that. And obviously, I think he wanted to deflect them, putting it back on Sneaker. But the problem is, and people said it before, we're used to Sneaker. Even before I watched this debate, I've known about Sneaker a little bit, even though I just don't care enough for him. But that kind of stuff passes through the internet constantly. And with Sneaker, like his opinions are just stupid. People know he's stupid. People know he's an idiot. But people were expecting more out of you, Charlie, which is I think that's a little ridiculous. I wasn't really expecting much. I wouldn't say that either of these guys are really smart in general, but it is what it is. But it could be worse. It could be very, very worse. But yeah, that's a lot of it is just one big complaint. I have a clip. Like the end of the video, I clipped something. It was like the last couple minutes of his video, and it's kind of just angered me. It just really pisses me off, And he complained about like drama and like how I get it when you're when you're young, you have a bad situation in life, you do what you can to escape, but you still have to face your reality. And maybe as I get older, I find real life more and more important, but I never really found the internet as that much. Maybe when I was young, but I think as I got more outside, when I met people, kind of putting the phone down, I kind of just, I kind of just didn't really care for the internet. I just go on it to watch dumb people do dumb shit. I kind of enjoy this kind of drama, all the situation, but I hate it when people try to not acknowledge their problems and their issues, and it just annoyed me. I have my own issues, I have my own problem, but it's worse when you see people who are more successful. And I don't want to go on about the whole, oh, you're just jealous because you're successful. No, what gets on my nerve is like the way he's presenting everything, the way he's presenting himself. It all just comes down as it's a child. Like, you don't have to do anything to this, Charlie. You can just walk away. You don't need to make you choose your job. You got the opportunity. So to me, it's a channel game. That's all what it is. And there's really not much I can say that hasn't been said or people have covered in much lengthy, more well-edited videos. This is more of me just looking at these people like a bunch of morons. But I guess if, what's really in, that's watching the shit show happen from afar is the most comical thing I saw. But I still have other things to do and other things I want to plan to do. So those are all I really have to say. Maybe the last thing I'll say is I think his just last couple of minutes of his video is what just got to me. And I had planned to make I really recorded a different video about this, but I scrapped it and redoing it now. But that's really all I have to say. Have a good one, y'all.
It's literally just whatever's up here. I sit down for like 30 to 45 minutes on like a topic or like a video that I'm joking around about, and I talk about it. I am legitimately just an average, below average height guy who's about to turn 30. I'm not just spitting hot takes out the wazoo here. I'm just being myself. That's all this channel ever has been. And now it's become super controversial to do that if it's not like, picking sides on everything, it seems. And it's very frustrating. For the longest time, it was just me having fun. And for the most part, it still is. But I've started to recognize over the last few months that some of the things I do just really aren't fun for me to do, and I've been doing them out of obligation. Mainly internet drama. When I initially started covering drama so many years ago now, it was fun, because it wasn't as serious. Like, the stories were a lot, more quirky. It was easy to get invested because it was kind of just like a soap opera, like a really dumb soap opera. But recently it's been much more serious, and I feel the need to talk about these things because a lot of them are extremely serious with very important topics to discuss. But it has become draining. As much as I never wanted to admit it, I've started to recognize that my mood is immediately impacted by whatever I read on Twitter in the morning. If that's some horrible stuff about a creator or what have you, it immediately affects my entire day and my whole outlook on the day. Now I know, call the wambulance, get some french fries, just fucking whining about having to talk about drama. What a stupid problem to be upset about. But I'm just trying to explain that it hasn't been as fun recently. It hasn't. And the main thing, if you've been around the channel for a while, is I've always wanted this to be fun and never feel like a job. And as hard as it is for me to admit this, a lot of this kind of stuff, it has just started to feel like less fun and more of, gotta do this because I'm expected to. Like, anytime I go live, most of chat is just telling me about the latest in whatever's happening in the creator space or some other like extremely negative thing going on. And it's like, okay, I'm going to have to learn all about that once I turn stream off. So then I spend a few hours learning about these things, and it's all just really upsetting stuff. Like, it's not happy. It's all very sad, bad stuff. And it's been making me not happy. So I definitely think I'll be slowing down on covering internet-related drama or like drama in general. I'll still talk about like really wacky stories and shit like that, but I definitely think I'm gonna be pumping the brakes on like the kind of drama I have been covering recently. And instead, I'm gonna go back to focusing on the content that I'm most happy with. Like, if you ask me what content I'm most proud of throughout my entire time on this platform for the last like 17, 18 years, none of it would be drama coverage. It'd be things like Skynet. It'd be things like shooting a potato at a tennis racket to see if you can make french fries in midair by frying them in hot oil. It's shit like that. And I think I'm going to go back to that kind of stuff as opposed to the direction that I have been going recently. So, yeah, this was a lot to go over here, but I hope this has cleared everything up. And yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah.